So here we go. Alright. What's up everybody, I'm Seth Fowler and today I'm reviewing and unboxing the crazy brand new Adidas YEEZY KNIT Runner. Thanks so much for tuning in today. If this is your first time on the channel or maybe your 1000th time but you just haven't hit that subscribe button yet, it would mean the world to me if you did hit that subscribe button and also that notification bell so you can see more content just like this. But like I said, in today's video we're reviewing and unboxing the brand new Adidas YEEZY KNIT Runner. Now I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I know nothing about this sneaker other than pictures that we've seen online and opinion pieces written by sneaker bloggers, but that's literally all I know. So I figured I'd take you guys along with me for a first look of the Adidas YEEZY KNIT Runners and unbox them right here in front of you guys and give you guys my honest first impressions on these sneakers, and then once I've worn them around for the day, give you guys a full review. So I bought this pair on GOAT Instant Ship and it literally just came in on the UPS truck. If you guys want to grab a pair for yourself, I've left an affiliate link to GOAT in the description below, so make sure to check that out. Inside the box, you've got your pretty standard Adidas YEEZY paper. Pull out one of these guys. So here we go. Alright. So right off the bat, this shoe is pretty wild looking. Let me pull out the other side of the pair. Right here. Not that that'll really make a difference when it comes to the overall aesthetics of the sneaker, but maybe seeing them together, they'll look better. So here they are. The Adidas YEEZY KNIT Runner in the Sulfur colorway. Oh man. This is weird. Okay, so we've got some cardboard in the ankle area of the shoe, and it looks like on the right shoe we've got the tags, but they're not attached to anything because it's just a knit shoe. I don't know what to think about this. I don't really have a visceral reaction to it the way that I did with the Foam Runners, and with the Foam Runners I really love the shoe right off the bat, but with these guys, not so much. So my question has been, since I first saw these sneakers online, is there a Foam Runner under this knit? And based on what I'm feeling, it doesn't feel like there is. It does feel like there's this maybe foam piece right here on the toe. In fact, a very thick, chunky foam piece on the toe. But that's it. Everything else is just a knit. A very hard knit because it's painted, so it's like really stiff too. Well, alright, so let me wear these around for a couple hours and get back to you guys with my full review. Okay, so I've worn the Adidas YEEZY KNIT Runner for the last couple hours, and I'm ready to give you guys my full thoughts on this sneaker, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and whether I'd recommend it to you guys. I do have to say, those Apothecary 3.0 socks looked pretty fire in this shoe, and if you guys want to grab them, they drop on Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on apothecary.com. But before we dive into the sneaker itself and the review, let me give you guys some background on the Adidas YEEZY KNIT Runner. So images of the Knit Runner first leaked back in 2020, and the initial reaction to the shoe was, what? And I think even now people are still sort of struggling to understand what this is and even what kind of shoe this is. Is it a sneaker? Is it a moccasin? Is it a clog? Is it some sort of fruit? What is it? And up until recently we didn't even know when this sneaker was slated to come out, what the price point would be, or really anything. But then out of nowhere, Adidas and Yeezy announced that this shoe would be releasing exclusively on Yeezy Supply on September 23rd. And even the announcement didn't have the retail price of this shoe, so no one even knew what this sneaker was going to cost. But when September 23rd finally rolled around, we all logged on to Yeezy Supply and found out that this shoe retailed for $200 and there was barely any pairs of this shoe available. In fact, it sold out in 20 minutes with bot protection. And what's crazy is that usually when a limited pair of sneakers releases online, people tweet or put on social media that they've won this pair of shoes or bought this pair of shoes. But with these, there was barely any mention of anyone actually buying these sneakers, which usually means that there are barely any pairs of that sneaker available. And even now, about a week after release, I bought the only pair available on GOAT Instant Ship. Like, it was the only one that would ship next day, and that's the reason I bought it. Thank God it was in my size. So not only was the overall look of this sneaker interesting, but so was the release procedure. But now, finally, a week after release, I have a pair in hand and I can finally check it out and find out about all the interesting quirks and features of the Adidas YEEZY KNIT Runner. Before we dive into the review though, I want to give you all a quick look at the box just so you know what you're dealing with if you decide to buy a pair of these on the resale market. So right off the bat, the YEEZY KNIT Runner's box is very similar to a lot of other Yeezy boxes. However, it's not similar to the YEEZY YEEZY Foam Runner, which is interesting because that's the most comparable pair of Yeezys to this shoe. The box comes in a natural cardboard and has the words KNIT RNR printed on the top of the box in dark brown. Of course, it's a pull-out drawer box like we have with a lot of other Yeezys, and then on one end you actually have the size tag, which is pretty different than any other pair of Yeezys that I've ever seen. So the size tag seems pretty plain and simple, and as you guys can see, there's another size tag on top of that size tag, and that's from Goat. They just kind of stuck it right on there. But the original size tag says YEEZY KNIT Runner. It has the colorway Sulfur, 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 then the item number as well as the size, which is interesting because it says USA size 9 dash, which I guess means size 9.5. On their website, they recommend going up a half size, which is what I did. Again, I got lucky, but I still went up a half size, which is what's recommended. But that's pretty much all there is to it. It is kind of interesting that the Knit Runner got a drawer box, whereas the Foam Runner got like this very small slide style box. I'm assuming that's because this is a full price $200 sneaker and the Foam Runners are $80 shoes. I don't know. But now for the part you've all been waiting for, and that's diving into the actual YEEZY KNIT Runner itself. So the entire upper of the shoe, as the name would suggest, is covered in a knit material. However, even though the entire upper of this shoe seems like just one piece of knit material, they changed up the material a little bit by painting the entire bottom half yellow. And not only did they paint the bottom half of this upper in yellow, or presumably dip it in yellow paint, but this paint actually gives the knit material a much stiffer and more structured feel. I don't know if you've ever painted a shirt or a sweatshirt for whatever reason, but you know how when you paint a fabric, it gets stiffer and harder and feels really rough to the touch? Well, that's exactly what this shoe feels like. It feels like the entire bottom half of this upper is really stiff, kind of coarse feeling, and honestly doesn't feel that great to the touch. As you move up from the painted section though, you do get to what I'm assuming is the original knit material, and it feels pretty nice to the touch. It's very soft, it's very stretchy, it's relatively thin, and it's also backed with this interesting sort of chenille fabric. I don't know if any of you guys are artists or maybe use Photoshop a lot, but this shoe reminds me a lot of like a Pantone swatch. Let's be real, this shoe looks a lot like a banana. There's no getting around it. This is a banana shoe. Actually, it also kind of looks like a speedboat or a jet ski, so it's kind of like a banana boat. As far as construction of the YEEZY KNIT Runner goes, initially I thought that this would just be a knit cover over top a pair of foam runners, but it turns out there's an entirely new foam substrate or base underneath this knit. And when you see this shoe in person, you can actually sort of make out the outline of where this foam structure is. So the entire front half of the sneaker, or the toe portion of the shoe, feels very similar to the foam runners. It has this giant sort of fat toe area that's completely made up of a very thick foam material. The knit is seemingly glued to the top of this foam portion, and honestly when you're wearing it on foot, it feels like you've got this foam thing kind of pressing into your toes, which isn't a bad thing, but is probably the reason they told you to go up half a size. Then looking to the midfoot of the sneaker, you can sort of make out the outline of where the foam toe ends on the shoe. The midfoot portion of the shoe, at least on the upper, seems to just be a piece of knit material. It does have structure because of the painted portion, but it's just a thin piece of knit. However, when you move down from the upper, you'll notice that there's this very interesting sort of pressed in detail, as if someone took their fingers and just kind of jammed the knit into itself. And this seems to be the place where they actually stitched the knit material onto the foam midsole, and because they did that, you can actually see where the foam midsole rests. In fact, that's exactly what your foot sits on top of. You've got an insole, and then you've just got a piece of foam underneath. That detail is found both on the lateral side of the shoe as well as the medial side of the shoe. And because this portion of the shoe is sort of pinched in at the midfoot, it gives this sneaker a very shapely look from the top, like you've got this fat toe, this super skinny midfoot, and then this fat heel. It actually looks most like a banana from the top, or maybe the bottom. Pretty banana-like in the bottom as well. Then as you move towards the heel of the shoe, you'll notice that the foam gets a little bit thicker and starts to look a lot like the heel portion of a pair of YEEZY 380s. However, unlike a pair of 380s, your foot does not actually rest on top of this heel portion, it rests inside it, and this creates sort of a foam heel counter. Then moving up towards the foot opening of the shoe, you have more of that sort of raw knit material, which feels very soft, and interestingly enough, the edges of this material actually seem to be somewhat unfinished and kind of roll over on themselves, which creates this sort of natural lip, which allows the shoe to not rub against your foot. That's actually kind of a smart touch. This unfinished edge actually creates a really nicely padded portion, which means that you're not going to have any chafing on your ankles. Moving inside the sneaker, you've got these two sort of padded pillows on the heel of the sneaker that sort of sit underneath your ankle bone and give you a nice little bit of cushion. And like I said, the foam on the back of the sneaker creates sort of a natural heel counter and sort of cups your foot very nicely. This front portion of the shoe that I'm assuming is just a very stiff foam seems to be backed by some sort of neoprene material, so your foot's not up against the foam, which is a nice touch. Then rounding off off the inside of the shoe, the insole comes in this light tan color and features the words Yeezy and Adidas printed on the heel in black. And interestingly enough, the size tag of the shoe is also on the insole of the sneaker and not on the side of the sneaker like it usually is. I'm not sure why that is, but I guess you do have the size sort of printed on the lateral side of the sneaker anyway, so you already know what size it is before you even put the shoe on. So now getting to the question, which I'm sure a lot of you all have, and that's how do the Yeezy Knit Runners fit? So like I said, on YeezySupply.com, they suggested that you go up a half size or a whole size in this sneaker. And honestly, I would agree. I went up a half size and I'm really glad that I did, because even though the shoe looks big on my foot, it fits perfect. And honestly, I feel like this shoe will look big on anyone's foot because it's such a chunky sneaker and it seems longer than a standard size 9 or size 9.5. So if you're looking to grab a pair of Yeezy Knit Runners, I definitely suggest going up a half size or maybe even a whole size if you have wider feet. But at this point, I feel like I should talk about the overall comfort of the Yeezy Knit Runner and whether this shoe is actually a comfortable sneaker. And I've got to say my answer on that is a little bit mixed. Underfoot, it's relatively comfortable. The foam is soft, the insole is soft, it's not going to blow you away, it's not like Boost, it's not even like the YEEZY Foam Runner, but it's not bad. Where this shoe gets uncomfortable is this giant foam piece on top of your foot. If you like movement in your toes when you're walking in a pair of sneakers, you're not going to love this shoe because it really kind of compresses your toes a little bit. It's not uncomfortable, but unlike the foam runners that have some give in the toe area, this doesn't really have any give whatsoever, and it's kind of a bummer. Like I said before, the heel portion of the shoe does lock you into the sneaker pretty well, which I appreciated, but again, the foam is pretty stiff and you're not going to get a lot of cushion in the heel area. Finally, moving to the bottom of the YEEZY Knit Runner, you've got this rubber herringbone outsole that comes in a bright yellow. Now, I didn't really stress test this shoe, like I didn't test how good the grip on this sneaker actually is, but because it's a herringbone traction pattern, it'll probably stick relatively well. Now, of course, the rubber compound also has to be decent for that to work, so who knows, but it's an interesting traction pattern to use, and also the entire bottom of the sneaker is pretty flat, so you do get some nice floor contact. But then rounding off the bottom of the sneaker, you've got this little hidden Adidas sportswear logo sort of debossed from the outsole. So overall, how do I feel about the Adidas YEEZY Knit Runner? I'm not sure yet. This is a weird sneaker. This is one of the weirdest shoes I've ever seen. And like I said before, unlike the YEEZY Foam Runner, where I pretty much love that sneaker right away, this shoe is a much harder sell. First off, the retail price of this shoe is $200, which is $120 more than a pair of YEEZY Foam Runners. Second off, surprisingly enough, this shoe is even weirder looking on foot than a pair of Foam Runners. And while I'm all for weird looking sneakers, this one might be a little bit too weird. And not so much because of the shape of the shoe, although yes, that is pretty weird, but because this colorway is so banana-like. And then lastly, this shoe is not the most comfortable pair of sneakers I've ever worn. In fact, it's somewhat uncomfortable and pretty hot on foot. Now, to be fair, this shoe is releasing around the wintertime, and that's probably when you'll be wearing this shoe because it's sort of like a winter moccasin style sneaker, but regardless, it's kind of a warm sneaker on foot. And you'd think with knit that it would breathe a little bit, but I think this paint actually holds in the heat, which again, great for wintertime, but for any other time of year, it gets hot. So right now, no, I would not recommend the YEEZY Knit Runner. Again, I am gonna wear this shoe every day for a week and then give you guys an update video and let you guys know my thoughts on how the sneaker wore after a week. Maybe the foam softens up and it feels great on foot. I have no idea, but make sure to subscribe down below so you guys can know exactly when that video drops. But especially because the resale price of this sneaker is so high right now, I just can't recommend it. It's too expensive for what it is. It's a weird looking sneaker. I think, yes, it is very futuristic, which I do like about it. I love futuristic, weird shoes, but this one might be a little bit too weird. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the Adidas YEEZY Knit Runner. Now, I would love to know your thoughts on this shoe and whether it's a sneaker that you somehow got lucky enough to grab on release day, or maybe it's a sneaker that you consider picking up. So make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you all in the next one.